Tell 'em Tribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace. I am Cherokee with Tell 'em Tribe Tarot, coming to you with another reading. This is going to be your full moon reading, August 19th, 2024. I am asking you to kindly take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. This is a very special full moon message. I put out my astrology deck for this one, a deck I've had for quite a while that I haven't used very often, and I didn't even realize I had this gem sitting aside for so long. I'm just addicted to purchasing decks, and that is one of the side effects. You know, good decks end up sitting aside collecting dust, and then you realize, holy crap, you have a gem in the bunch. So I'm so grateful for the energy that I feel, the messages that I received, and what I'm learning. Again, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Now, the full moon is in Aquarius, suggesting that you take the time to celebrate your life. You take the time to embrace where you are and make the most of getting together with other people, not isolating yourself so much that you feel as though no one cares. Go to social events, network, go to parties. If you're not a party type of person, go somewhere that has a lot of people, even if it's just 10 or more, a little more than 10 people, something that you typically probably will not do. Or if you've been on a hiatus, now is the time to step out of your shell. That is what it is suggesting. Right now is a time where, in order to have your emotional needs satisfied, you have to bask in your originality and philanthropy and progressive imaginings. So in other words, do what is exclusive to you. It's being creative with what you are good at. Giving, doing things for other people. So if you're showing up at other places and you're networking, showing what your skill is and showing how it can be beneficial to others, opening up your talent that you have been hiding or honing for some time, and share it, because it may heal someone else, no matter how small you think it is or how unimportant it is. Those are the thoughts that stagnate your existence and keep you in the same space. So there's a lot of changes that are happening here that can happen if you are willing to take the next step forward progressively. Now, what you may be confronted with is a point of tension in expressing yourself, which is why you may have secluded yourself from doing things or disconnected from your path or your passion or your talent. And you may feel a power struggle with being self-confident during this full moon energy. Also, a power struggle with being loyal to the things that you love. So there's a creative block, and it's not uncommon to feel this way if you're a writer like myself. Sometimes, you know, this energy makes you feel as though you have lost your way with what you were bred to do, what you felt like was and is innate for you. It's as if you lost your gift, and you haven't. It's dormant. It's there. When you put something down for a while, whether you were putting it down because you feel as if you cannot connect with it at this time or anymore, or whether you put it down because you've gotten so caught up with life that you can't really administer a lot of time towards it, you've put it down. And the minute that we disconnect from source, the things that makes us feel whole, makes us feel alive, that's when you start to realize that you didn't lose your talent or your skill set. You just disconnected from something that you were bred to do, and you're uncomfortable. You're at a state of unease, and you have to reconnect with it and share it. because we can't keep our gifts to ourselves. We can, but what happens is you end up suppressing it, and then you end up feeling as if no one cares about it, and then you stop caring about it, and then you're back to ground zero. So right now, this is just the time for you to reinvent the things that you love to do. Look at it in a new way. Look at it in a way that you can share it. Look at it in a way that is selfless. But having self-confidence is tied into the things that you love to do. When you disconnect from the things that you love to do, you will lose a sense of confidence, because that is a part of who you are, whatever it is that you do naturally, right? So I am so happy that I was able to share that portion of the message for you. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards and get you the other part of this reading. We're going to ask our beautiful angels, spirit guides, and ancestors to please provide us with the guided messages during this full moon. I love this candle so much, and I'm so sad that it's almost. We're going to ask our beautiful angels and our spirit guides to please provide us with the guided messages. If you notice, the Ace of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. New beginnings. There's potential for new things. I feel an energy of people are wanting to see something vibrant happen in their life. People are wanting to see changes, but are just feeling so boggled down by responsibilities and feeling as if the things that you love and are passionate about aren't paying you. Then what is the point? But we are in the age of social media, where information can travel around the world faster than you can think it. And you have the opportunity to share what you have to offer to the world right from the comfort of your own home, as I am doing now. So the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and it deck initially, I feel is just saying, now is your opportunity to show the world what you were placed here to do. I feel like somebody needed to see that, needed to hear that, needed that encouragement, right? So what is it that you are not seeing? The Nine of Wands, your overall energy, and then the advice. Interestingly, the advice is the Three of Pentacles, which with the moon in Aquarius is suggesting that you create yourself a nice little social life, right? The advice is to get out. Your inspiration is no longer in solitude. It is no longer in solitude. Your overall energy is the Seven of Cups. So you feel like, some of you may feel like you're a jack of all trades and a master of none, or you may be feeling emotionally starved, right? Like you were cursed with being able to see things, and because you're able to see things, you want to protect yourself from those things that can possibly harm you. You want to protect your craft. You want to protect everything that is near and dear to you. And that is your environment right now. And the reason why you may be feeling a disconnect from the emotional state that you're in is because you're holding everything back. You're holding everything to yourself. And you don't know what will happen if you decide to step out of your shell again, because once upon a time you did that before and it didn't work in the way that you anticipated. It made you uncomfortable. It made you feel as if you were doing too much. It made you feel as if this just wasn't your lane, or whatever the case may be. But this is the stage right now for you to be uncomfortable. Now, what you may not see right now is the Nine of Wands. You may not have realized it, but you have gotten a lot of things done to this point. You may not have realized that you don't give yourself enough credit for taking on all the things that you do. You don't give yourself enough credit for the impact that you have on the big and small things that you do, because you're so caught up on how things are going to look to other people, or if something is not ready, it's just not perfect enough. So you're not trying to do too much until it's perfect. And I feel like a lot of that is tied to lack of self-confidence in this full moon energy. But this is the inspiration that you needed to know that this is just a season. This was just a season. This was just a hiatus. This was just a little break. You know, a little seesaw. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And I feel like you've been grappling. Someone's been grappling with these feelings of inadequacy and unsurety. And now that you're here and you're faced with these thoughts and these emotions yet again, now you have the option to choose and to decide that you want to keep moving forward. You don't want to stay and grapple on this anymore. You want a clear mind and a clear path, and you want to get organized, and you want to share some of this responsibility, which is why the advice is the Three of Pentacles. This emotional heaviness that you feel can be lifted with camaraderie, with friendship, with community. So this could look like getting assistance from a mentor. This can look like going out and networking. This can look like, can I get clarity on the Three of Pentacles and narrow down what this can look like for this querent? Querent or querents who may be watching this. Ten of Wands. Someone who can help you to carry the load. And when you share, like some of you are afraid of just sharing. And I'm not talking about like sharing a popsicle out of a box of 10. I'm not talking about sharing an elevator. I'm not talking about sharing a stick of gum from a pack. I'm talking about sharing how you feel. How you feel about things that impact you in the long run. Sharing your ideas with like minds. Being afraid of building connection because you're afraid that you will get burnt again, or being afraid of being vulnerable. But your guides are saying that when you open up yourself to sharing and just expressing yourself, no matter how small, in a new capacity, it's going to relieve that stress from you. You don't have to bear this alone, and this is coming to an end. The advice is for you to get the hell on out. It's to get up and get out, starting now, this weekend, this week. Get out. There's something that you were invited to. Get out. Don't put it off anymore. There's something on your event calendar that is reoccurring that you said you were going to do. Get out, because that's where your inspiration lives. And you'll be able to speak in a community and amongst people who feel the same things that you feel. Your tribe is waiting for you. So I want to do this for you. I want to pull an angel number card for you. Well, I want to read a passage from the Angel Numbers book. And let's see here. Oh, look at these doubles, y'all. The first number that I saw was 5. So we're going to roll with 5, 6, and 3. 5, 6, 3. Be sensible. Build trust in yourself. The most important person you have to build trust is with yourself. There are things in your life presently that asks you to demonstrate consistency and sensibility to yourself. Today, think of what you need to recommit to with a promise of completion to yourself. Need I say more? This reading was for you. Happy full moon. And drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. Turn on post notifications, share the video to share the wealth. Click like to show love to the video, which in turn shows love to the channel. And until next time, love and light, tribe.
Forget the lover bad before you lose another one. I need affection like a lazy sugar baby. Need confections, new beginnings with the feelings are the dopest. My confessions are too fluid, but I knew it, he too